Hi, good evening. Welcome to my live stream. This is Nilate. How are you? Okay. So many are talking about this pandemic, but to me, I have a different perspective of this pandemic. You know why? I took it positively because you see, we've been wearing face masks, we've been wearing face shields, and yet others took it negatively. But for me, it is positive on my perspective. Why? Because as a woman, I no more use makeup because of the face mask. People can only see my eyes, they cannot see my lips, so I do not wear lipstick anymore. So it's saving. And of course, I do not wear makeup. It saves me a lot. And then another thing, with face shield, you have protection. We have protection. Also, all the the dirt, all those stuff, those flying insects cannot just penetrate our eyes before I have a problem with that. Because when we are awakened, our eyes are open. Sometimes there are little particles that enter our eyes. So it's a problem. And now, because of the face shield, we are protected. Next, why is this pandemic positive for me? Because lesser expenses. I do not usually go out. Before, I used to go out, spend a lot of money for transportation, going from one place to another. But this pandemic brings us relief because we can save, we do not spend too much, and of course, we are restricted from mingling with people, and we're just helping the government to contain this pandemic. Even though it's widespread, we can still help the government by obeying the protocols, the safety standards being asked by the government, by the IATF, by the DOH. So it's very warming for me to be in this pandemic. It saves me a lot. I do not buy makeup anymore. I save from buying lipstick. I save much money from spending on restaurant, going to the mall, spending spending fares from going from one place to another. So it's quite a positive perspective that this pandemic has brought about to all of us. And what else? Of course, staying at home can lessen the burden of accumulating clothes because when there is no pandemic, we used to go out from time to time, and of course, we accumulate dresses, we accumulate wearing from time to time, clothes, change it, and then the dirty dresses accumulates on the wash bin. So it's quite practical that we don't go out. Normally, we don't go out because of this pandemic, and it's a saving for us. So, so people, we don't have to, be sad about just staying at home because we lessen the burden. We save much money. We save our time. We save effort. We can do something much. We can do much inside the house. We can do many things that we haven't done about when the pandemic hasn't been there yet. So it's very positive for me. Not on the thinking that I'm positive, but it's the perspective is positive. The way I look at it, you know. I take things positively. That's it. And so we must be thankful because this pandemic really taught us how to discipline ourselves. This pandemic has taught us how to cooperate. This pandemic has taught us how to help people, how we can help the government, how we can save. And this pandemic has brought about obedience. If we obey, we help the government. Why? Because we can contain the spread of this virus. We just stay home. Yeah, and when we go out to the garden, we just have to wear our face mask, and we go to the store there nearby. We have to wear a face mask, our face shield. So we just have to show to people how to obey, how to cooperate, how to be a good citizen, following rules and regulations. So that is my perspective on this pandemic. So I hope you like my short talk about the pandemic, and I hope you learned something. Thank you very much, and good night.